Do you at least have, like, Chipotle where you live? Hopefully they're a deck where Punishing Fire is good. Gosh, that's beautiful. Is there anybody that's turned this into a desktop background anywhere? That's just like, that's stunning. Is there anyone that's already formatted this as a desktop background, or do I need to do it for myself? Props if anybody wants to get me a 1440 desktop background of this. I will 10 out of 10 replace the Dark Side of the Moon here with a Painter Servant, because it's just gorgeous. It's so good. That link's in chat. Someone just posted it in chat for anyone that wants it. For anybody who missed it, I'll link it here. Land is not what we were going for there. Hopefully we could rip a Brainstorm, and by that I mean Faithless Looting, and kind of plow through some of these extra cards in our hand. Instead, Jim. Look, Welder's had a tough life, okay? He does what he can. Him and Punishing Fire, they're gonna go for the beatdown. Oh no! Oh no! Archmage, I don't know that you want to get rid of all the Jeskai stuff. I actually want to try a Jeskai Nahiri Possibility Storm deck, I think. Someone had sent me a list that they're working on that they're going to put their tier 3 sub towards. Tier 3 sub towards. It actually seems kind of sweet. I feel like Possibility Storm, the Possibility Storm Emrakul Walking Ballista Teleria West package, like, that's kind of like Splinter Twin, in that we can slot it into a bunch of different decks. So I'm gonna stand up for a little bit. I shouldn't sit all night. I'm tired in the evenings, and I went to the gym this afternoon and I mowed the lawn, so I'm a little bit extra tired, but I should still stand up. You want top half or black bars? Listen, I don't know the answer to that. Can I see what both looks like? Can I say show me what both looks like? Because I don't know the answer. Ooh, more fire. This is just a shirt I own. They were giving out shirts when they opened the Portillo's down here. Counter the best blue spell in Legacy. Don't mind if it does. Who would win the race? Two punishing... Oh, no. I was going to say two punishing fires or one mongoose boy. They've doubled the number of mongoose, chat. The geese are getting out of control. Somebody stop the geese. It's gone too far. It's gone too far, chat. All right. So far, our plan of drawing spells is not working out. I reconvene in the morning and try again. Yeah, they'll definitely have at least one Ancient Grudge in their 75. My spell's been snared. Oh, no, I forgot to pick my shit up. Oops. Yeah, I mean, the gambling's really great when you're winning. Gambling is great when you're winning. Alright, Karn, draw me a shitty card and gain me 6. Draw one shitty card, gain... Oh, no, he's not even gonna draw me a shitty card. Karn, you were supposed to be my boy. You're supposed to be my boy and draw me a shitty card. Alright, we've got... Do we have Ensnaring Bridge in our main deck? I can't remember. I have one bridge in my main deck. That's unfortunate. He drew you Raven's Crime. That's true. Raven's Crime is a shitty card. Chitty chitty bang bang. God, why couldn't they be playing one of the Delver decks that dies to Punishing Fire? That seems like it would be way better for us right now. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. I think we're dead, chat. I think back before Legacy was infested with Deathrite Shamans and True Name Nemesises, I think I died to this card more than any other card in Legacy. Just like, as someone who played like a bunch of fair interactive decks, like a 3/3 with Shroud is just like, it's just unkillable. Alright, well I'm gonna concede before we show them that. I guess maybe I could draw exactly Painter, so maybe I should take one more turn there. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Got some Clasms. This Karn seems slow. This is probably a Grim Lavamancer matchup. Vanisho seems awkward. What am I trimming here? Revoker doesn't accomplish anything. Spellskite seems fine. Yeah, I know Confluences might be a mistake. It's possible that's wrong. You think I want Crypt? I feel like I don't want Crypt. I feel like I'd rather just, like, bridge them if the geese get loose. If I'm boarding up all these bridges, I could probably trim these Smuggler's Copters, right? Okay, like that. Seems fine. Probably go Mountain Welder here. I think Fire's good. Fire's a way we can win from behind a bridge if we can't combo them. Like in the event they like force one of our combo pieces and then surgical it or something strange like that. Because like they saw Punishing Fire and Goblin Welder, so like it's very reasonable. Well, it's very reasonable they could bring in surgical in this matchup and like take one of our combo pieces with it. So Decent one. Get my combo piece into play here. It's a pretty reasonable chance they'd bring in Surgical. That is, in fact, how Magic Online works. Not close. I'm getting dazed here. Mental misstep did nothing wrong. I feel like I need to time you out to prove a point. Short vote. Mental misstep apologist in Legacy, better or worse than Blood Moon apologist in Modern? What do we think? What do you think? Which is more grievous? They're both pretty grievous, right? You're so merciful, mortal. You're so merciful. Birthing Pod did nothing wrong. Dealer's choice. I personally enjoyed the cube. Honestly, thank you for the bits, Bear. Maybe we'll do one more cube before it's done. Maybe we'll do one more cube before it's done. The actual cube, like I think the cube video is doing well on YouTube. I need to look. Video manager. It's doing okay. It's actually doing slightly better than the last couple Modern videos I did. It's got 1,100 views versus 800 and 1,000. Like, it's not amazing, but it's fine. Misstep is in the top 3 worst cards to make it past 30. That's true. Misstep's probably more offensive because it's a card that's been printed in the last decade. Like, at least Blood Moon is like, look, guys, we really didn't know what we were doing when we printed the Dark. We were new at this whole game design thing. We made a mistake, and it won't happen again. And, like, you know, whereas Mental Misstep is like, this is like a card from, like, basically the modern era of Magic. Quite literally, it would be modern legal. Like, let's not make light of very serious political issues. Let's not make jokes about tearing children away from their family. I prefer to keep that. What kind of decks do better on YouTube? Shit tier decks or tier 1 decks? Come on, is that even a question? It's just shit tier decks, not close. The decks that actually do the absolute best on YouTube are the ones that are like, they're currently shit tier, but they're close. Like things like blue-black fairies and things like that. The decks that people love to root for, basically, those are the decks that consistently do well. JAC does okay. I played enough JAC that the video stopped getting quite as many views because, like, you can definitely wear out a good thing, but I was, like, playing it to practice for a tournament, so, like, I was playing it a bunch intentionally. I'm supposed to be grindstoning myself here, right? Not only for Lavaman fodder, but also for if we draw another Welder later. Oh, we can also mill Punishing Fires in this deck. So we 10 out of 10 should grindstone ourselves. I hope so, Doof Monster. I appreciate the fact that you keep political talk largely out of your channel, considering the over-saturation of political. Yeah. Should have done this to myself. Wasn't paying attention because I was reading a message. Oh, we can hit looting too. God, yeah, we seriously need to grindstone ourselves. My political stances are pretty simple. Be fucking decent to each other. And vote for the people that encourage other people to be decent towards each other. And don't vote for the people that encourage you to dump on other human beings. It's a really easy, really simple system. PNG Terminator. It's not even don't be a dick. It's like just try to like actively be a good person. Because like there's a difference between like not being a dick and like going out of your way to be decent. Like in a lot of ways, like there's definitely like a silence is acceptance type thing with a lot of, especially on like a lot of really important issues. It's like you should do your best to be a good person. Fuck. We could die to a flurry of lightning bolts here, but I don't think I can tap all my red mana. I think I just need to tap this and leave Pyroblast up. Yeah, Spanish Inquisition is the nut. It's great. Stop it. Sounds good, Loma's Life. Thank you for those. Let's grab this piece of candy. I definitely just passed the turn here, I think. They don't have discard spells in their deck. Username checks out, right? So I've got a chump block here. Easy chump block. And then if they only have one piece of interaction, we get to kill them next turn. Or mill them out, more specifically. They have 5 cards. They could have multiple pieces of interaction in 5 cards. Because, like, even Lightning Bolt is going to be considered interaction here because it kills the Painter Servant. Our beautiful, beautiful Painter Servant. Yep, good game, opponent. Yeah, we're playing Temur Delver or Canadian Threshold or whatever you want to call it. A little bit of a rough beat down there. It's possible we should have just four bridges in the 75. Very possible we should just have 4 bridges in the 75. How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. Evenings are always more chill, not only because I have to be a little bit more quiet because the kid's bedroom is located right up here behind me, but also because, you know, it's late. I worked earlier today. I went to the gym. There's less people here too, so it's a little bit more mellow. Definitely smaller streams in the evenings. Temur Delver would be one of the better decks in the format once Deathrite Shaman gets banned. I didn't have another reb in my hand. I had Pyroclasm. If I had another thing, I would have held it up, obviously. But holding it up actually didn't matter because I needed. Oh, did I have enough mana? I probably had enough mana. Increase your squat reps. I actually don't do squats because my form is bad and I don't want to hurt my back. I just use the leg press like a lazy turd. Leg press is great. Next ban announcement is on July 2nd, and speculating out what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with the ban list in their formats is like throwing darts at a dartboard. You just never know where they're going to hit. That is part of it, Panda, actually. So, like, we didn't know that I was going to be working from home when we bought this house either, and there isn't really a good location to set up an office in it that's, like, not near the bedrooms, so when we do look at houses in the spring, they're definitely going to be like, is there a room I can use as an office opposite of the house or like down in a basement that has a floor between it? I think it's worse than Karn on average. I had someone ask me about that when I had Karn in the list, and I think Karn is better than Jaretti on average. I'm sure one of those will be great. Thank you. Thank you, Terminator. I'll have to play with those later. The White Border Mountains are all about sending a message, and that message was, I'm here to play my shit tier lands. Gitaxian Probe, could be Delver. Usually catch your YouTube videos, but it's nice to watch you play live with like a complimentary time out. Pengu Norm, thank you for the bits, and welcome to a live one. Hopefully they're Delver, because we don't really have any good interaction against Storm here. I'm going to go ahead and play Ancient Tomb into Painter Servant here. It plays around to Days. Think of the M19 spoilers so far. I really haven't dug into them fully. I like Controlled F for dragons in them, because I wrote the spoiler article about the Sarkhan that came out today, but I haven't really looked at them past that. Something about football. Thanks for the bits, Mueller. It's not bad. Found a welder, and we have Spellskite to protect the welder. These are my cards. My cards are decent. Fourth Probe's the charm. What'd they pitch to the Force? Spell Pierce. I guess they could still be a combo deck, huh? They could still be like Sneak and Show or something. Not Storm, obviously, with the Force of Will, but they could still be something Storm, like something not Delver, potentially. I think it could be okay in Legacy. I think any red card that is a consistent source of card selection, especially for cheap, could be reasonable in the Legacy Prison deck. Okay. Alright, so they are playing something fair. They just pitched a True New Nemesis to that Force of Will. The real question is, do I Revoker naming Jace or Deathrite Shaman? Because they could still be a Deathrite Shaman deck based on the cards that they've played. You like how they're at 9, by the way? Just like haven't attacked them. Opponents at 9. Double Force, Quad Probe, and a Fetch Land. What time do I think I'll be streaming tomorrow? Probably about 9 a.m. Usually I start about 9. I think I like leading on Copter there. Exposing this to Daze. Maybe that's bad. You know, the Copter's the better card, but like, it doesn't represent damage on its own. But I have Faithless Looting to try and work towards finding something to crew the Copter, which seems appealing. Copter's also a faster clock if it survives. I have 2 small children, so I'm usually awake by 6:45 every morning. That's when Declan walks up to the side of my bed and pulls my eyeballs open and goes, "Daddy, wake up. Daddy, wake up." I think I'm going to wait a turn here. I think I'm going to wait for one more bad card in my hand before I flash back this Faithless Looting. Thank you for the apology, Linda. Thank you for taking the time out and good, instead of just complaining about it. That sounds a lot worse than my old alarm clock noise. Where's a punishing fire when you need one, chat? Where's a punishing fire? 16 cards into our deck with that one kind of sucks. So the Deathrite Shaman pretty much confirms that they're playing Grixis Delver. Drew another Smuggler's Copter here, so just like supremely punished for holding did I just let them eat my looting here? I think I'm supposed to just flash this back and like dig for a punishing fire, basically. Yeah, sweet. So now if they go to eat anything with their Deathrite Shaman, I pick the punishing fire back up. Just by, like, leaving Grove up, I make it so they can't activate their Deathrite Shaman, which I think is fine. You could maybe argue that I should bin the Pyroblast and keep the Punishing Fire in my hand, but that, like, gives them free reign to just start, like, diddling me with the Shaman. I think this line is okay. I don't know, I could maybe see it being greedy. Could definitely backfire if they, like, draw another Deathrite Shaman. But, like, we just need any creature at this point. Let's keep the comments on topic, Wally. Yeah, I guess it is bad against Wasteland too, huh? Hey, maybe I'm regretting my decisions. I was only thinking about second Shaman. I didn't think that it was bad. Think about it being bad against Wasteland too. Yep. Yeah, everything we stream ends up on YouTube, as always. That's terrifying. That's another thing that punishes us. Niv with the $2 donation. Cube is the best format in Magic. Deathrite Shaman should never be banned in Legacy. Unban Gideon. Modern, it won't warp the format at all. And also, I hate this specific $2 bill, so please put it towards Martyr proc again. 10 on his head will do. Alright, they need 2 pieces of interaction here. Bolt plus Spell Pierce will do it. Bolt plus Daze will not. Double Bolt will do it. Because they have Deathrite Shaman to make mana with. We went 2 and 3, but the standstill portion of the deck was very bad. The energy field portion of the deck was actually pretty sweet, but the standstill portion of the deck was very, very bad for sure. It was about an hour. We got dumpstered by a couple of fast combo decks. Come on, do you have it or not? we do beat Edict here. This is game 1, so I'd be kind of surprised if they had Edict in their deck, but we do technically beat Edict thanks to the Smuggler's Copter. That's true. If we were lower, they could kill us on their upkeep. Oh, look at that. We get to see their pretty deck. Thanks. I will take some information on the way out the door. Just stock Grixis Delver. God, Lightning Bolt looks good as an Urza card, huh? Is it good or isn't it? Come on, opponent. I'm up 4 minutes on clock. Why are you... Oh, they could have a bolt in their hand. If they would have just, they could have a bolt in their hand. Are they wasting our time, or do they have a bolt in their hand? We can find out, right? There's 1 bolt, 2 bolt. Fuck, there is a bolt in their hand, isn't there? No? No? Did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whew. 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 Call Against Command doesn't do it. They didn't have double black. Alright, Blood Moon's in, Ensnaring Bridge in, Corporate Karn out, Plasm in, Grim Lavamancer in, Revoker out, Viashino Heretic out. What else do I want to trim here? Is this actually a bridge matchup? No, this is gonna be my last deck of the evening, Calvin. Evening streams are short. We'll be back on Modern tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. start. These bridges actually good? What do we think? Niv with the $2 donation. I also hate these 8 quarters, so take these 2. They're really heavy, almost as heavy as it'll be to win games with Martyr Brack. Climbing on up. Heretic's there for destroying stuff. Destroying artifacts. And death and taxes primarily. Sounds good, Terminator. They could bring Needle in. Yeah, that's true. I think I'd rather just have Copter than Bridge. I think I have enough interaction with the Punishing Fire that I just don't need this. Famous last words. Why is the Bridge in my board then? I don't know. Maybe this isn't well thought out. You weren't able to catch it live. Well, lucky for you, everything gets archived on my YouTube channel. So youtube.com/FPoglin. There's 2 different blue-black fairies list videos up there. They're both excellent. The deck's a lot of fun and moderately competitive. Yeah, that's true. Like Sneak, Omni, and Depths. Could be there for white decks too. I'd buy that for $1. It's there for decks that have more threats that don't die to Punishing Fire, like Tarmogoyf and Nimble Mongoose. Like, it's definitely good against Temur Delver. Someone asked, does this deck usually play Simian Spirit Guide? So again, like, this is kind of something we talked about earlier. Imperial Painter is like a fringe deck that sometimes sees some play, but it really isn't an established archetype in Legacy. It's not a deck that, like, you show up and see it at a tournament. So, like, there really isn't a stock Imperial Painter list. Smuggler's Copter attacks for 3 and it draws and discards cards. It allows you to provide some card selection while also aiding in your backup plan of, like, having mediocre beatdowns. Debating on whether or not they want to kill this Goblin Welder here. Smuggler's Copter is also a combo with Punishing Fire. You can ditch the fire with it and then pick it back up with Grove to effectively draw a card when you attack. It's also another artifact that plays into your Goblin Welder plan. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I subscribed with Prime, but it decided not to pop up. I figured it was time. Thank you, Pengunam. I appreciate that. Welcome. Sorry, your notification pop. Sometimes you have to refresh your browser page and send the notification. Yeah, definitely. I will make a note of that right now. Wait for core 19. Yeah, and if it like gets to the top of the queue, I'm happy to let a deck sit at the top of the queue until the core set comes out. That's perfectly fine, Niv. The reason why I decided to cut most of the fast mana from this deck is I felt like this deck is a shitty fast combo deck, and like if your goal is to play a fast combo deck, you just shouldn't play this deck. That was my thinking, and not including it at least. So I give my opponent an extra health here by potentially waiting to get my fire back, but I think this is worthwhile. Well, there go those, but let's see what else they have going on. They have another removal spell or a counter spell for this Pyroblast. They get to see my entire hand here, so they get to know if they want to fight over this member. How Amazon Prime works, you just have to click on the subscribe button once you've linked your Twitch account. So our Punishing Fires are gone. Let's see if they have a Daze or a Force here. Doesn't look like it. They could just have a Bolt when they untap too, though. It's a shame Spellskite can't crew Smuggler's Copter. That would be quite good if it could. Opponent is Moto competent and got the one in the graveyard. They don't always do that. That's true. That's true. The one in the graveyard is not always a given. If they don't have a way to kill this Banner Servant, we could steal this game. That's really good, huh? So let's play this Spellskite out. I'm gonna jam this Grindstone. I feel like if they had a Daze, they would have dazed me last turn. And like, watch me get dazed here and like weep silently because I said that. But like, I feel like if they had a Daze, they would have dazed me last turn. God bless America, my country. 'Tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Now I have the moon for next turn still. Anybody else having audio issues? Or just that one person? Anyone? Bueller? I feel like the other 300 people. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. They're taking our Grindstone away. They forgot the one. Wait. They forgot the one. They didn't do. They cast Surgical and didn't do anything? You aren't ranting nearly enough. I can't hear it at least. Opponent got nervous. We gave them too many props for resolving their Surgical properly the first time. I ended up fumbling the ball on the second one there. Haven't heard anything about Mac Golden Hours. My shilling is medium minus in the evenings. I'm just tired. We'll be back at full shill in the morning. Have we talked about the Spirit Lord yet? Not specifically. It's great, right? Like, I'm sure Caleb's already covered it plenty. He's played a lot far more spirits than I have. Like, it's just like another playable 2-drop and an archetype that's like pretty light on playable 2-drops. Take one for the team, Mr. Spellskite. Take it for the team. I'd love to draw like an Ancient Tomb or even just a regular land next turn so I can slam this Blood Moon. Ask and you shall receive, Hogland. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah, trimming Geist of St. Trash seems good. Like, definitely, you definitely want to cut 3 drops for it, because part of Spirit's problem is its curve is too high, so pulling the curve down seems fantastic. What if we didn't do that? What if we didn't do that? Ooh. Ooh, found some candy. I don't think so. The problem with that line is it loses to any fetch land. So I think that makes it pretty bad. Recruiter for Lava Boy. Sweet. Alright, we're 1-1. Why not Welder? Oh, they did leave the card in our graveyard, didn't they? I guess Welder would have been fine because they left... my brain went to they did the right play, but you're right, they didn't. They left the thing in the bin. That seems okay. I need some land, but can see some extra cards here. It's got the combo in it. Yeah, Angry Rogue. All the paths we're heading to. Yeah, I only do a couple of leagues in the evening. Usually we do Legacy in the evening too. My viewer numbers are lower in the evening, so usually tend to stick the less popular format there. Definitely binning Punishing Fire. I think I'm binning this Revoker here. They play Sensei's Divining Top will be a little bit sad, but I think it's right to bin otherwise. Everybody, there are people in chat who are awake. There are people in chat who are awake. Look at that. Look at that. Has it thoroughly been established that Modern is the more popular format? I mean, on this channel, almost certainly, based just on viewer numbers on YouTube videos, along with the amount of Modern decks I get submitted versus other. It's a pretty good draw. They missed on a land. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and play this Painter Servant, and then I'm going to Pyroblast their island. Stone Rain you. You weren't using that one, were you? You weren't gonna use that one, were you? Hope not. Yeah, get Legacied. Get Legacied. Modern is the people's format, that is true. I don't know. Thanks to you, I built Land Nauseam in paper. The YouTube videos really helped me pilot it better. Awesome, that deck is sweet. I'm glad there are people out there enjoying that deck. I don't know what they're doing. I think I'm supposed to err on the side of combo, right? I feel like based on Gitaxian Probe Basic Island usually means combo. I feel like that means I want these thorns. I think I want these thorns. I think I probably want to keep the Revokers. Probably trim Vanisho. I think I'll try this. There's a chance they're on Sneak and Show, and then I want the Ensnaring Bridge and like Tormod's Crypt, but I feel like Sneak and Show doesn't often play Gitaxian Probes. My money's on Storm. I guess these Punishing Fires are probably mediocre, but Punishing Fire provides recurring value for Faithless Looting and Smuggler's Copter, so I think erring on leaving them in is probably fine, just because we don't guarantee to know what they're doing. They could become some kind of weird, like, Pyromancer deck still. I don't know. Sneak and Show doesn't usually play Taxium Probe though, so I think it's could be either of the two at this point. Oh, Maddie got the timeout. What's going on, Maddie? That's Painter Servant, Matthew. It's beautiful. It's big and beautiful. Land. There should probably be a Jaya in this deck, huh? Think there should be a Jaya in this deck? I think it's possible that should be included. I almost put a Jaya in here, and then I decided against it. That was maybe that was silly to not include. Thorn of Amethyst is looking pretty good so far. Yeah, it looks like, smells like Storm. I mean, we can't have that, Jace. Gotta get your complimentaries in. So this Recruiter is gonna go grab a Phyrexian Revoker to turn off Lion's Eye Diamond. You think it's worth investing in more than 2 playsets of Mox Hammer? It's probably hot garbage. I would be very surprised if it's not anything other than hot garbage. It's possible I should also just go grab... It's possible I should also just grab... should also just grab Spellskite there. They could bounce or Abrupt Decay and then untap and kill us here. I've never really interacted with many of those people on a personal level, Jim Timido. Kevin Jones I'm familiar with. Jody Keith and Aaron Barrich I've never really interacted with. I do know that Jody Keith was definitely part of the pro Travis Wu group, which is something that I was not particularly a fan of personally. That's definitely something that rubbed the wrong way, so to speak. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking I needed to pay an extra mana to play Smuggler's Copter and Revoker, but they killed my Thorn, so I didn't actually need to. So, even though they have a Lotus Petal in play, I'm going to go ahead and name Lion's Eye Diamond here. That's their more powerful card. I like drama. If you don't know who Travis Wu is, don't worry about it. You'll be happier not worrying about it. Alright, am I dead? It's an aggressive echoing truth if we're not dead. Smells like we're dead. Yep. Is this an ad nauseum left over? Past in Flames. That's... okay. Wow, they feel like they're under enough pressure that they need to do this here? I guess it's just better if they have more... if they have more stuff while they do this, huh? I wonder if they're supposed to crack both LEDs in response to this cantrip. Chose not to shuffle. I assume I'm dead? Elsic did nothing wrong. You should never accuse someone of doing something wrong for following the rules of Magic. Guess what? Elsic showed up to the tournament to win, and he expected his opponent to play the game by the rules. And his opponent didn't play the game by the rules. That's just plain and simple. I get that there are a bunch of really casual Magic players out there that want to, like, believe this idea that, like, there are takesy-backsies at events of every level. But guess what? You're expected to play the game at a high level if you want to play in competitive and professional REL tournaments. And I don't fault anyone for not cutting an opponent slack for fucking up. Easy mulligan there. This hand is more than good. It's great. Do I want another... Do I want this? I think I don't want that. His opponent had a double-faced card in sleeves that weren't opaque backed. And you could see the double-faced card through the sleeve. And now, was his opponent intentionally trying to gain something and like trying to see the card through the sleeve? I have no idea. But it is against the rules to have sleeves, double-faced cards in non-opaque backed sleeves. It's against the rules. The penalty is a game loss. Welder is pretty good against Abrupt Decays. This guy's gonna grab Phyrexian Revoker. Actually, this guy's gonna grab Spellskite. Is he? This is tough. I'm gonna grab Revoker. Spellskite would protect this, but Revoker kills my opponent faster, so it's kind of appealing. They don't have another land. That's so good for us. It's not a court of law, though. Like... People often like to, like, equate things in the children's card game to, like, real life where, like, things can impact people's lives and, like, cause financial distress and ruin. Guess what? This is a children's card game. You should just play the children's card game by the rules. Sorry. This isn't. Whenever people talk about, like, I have a rant on this, couple rants on this at this point, but just, like, whenever people bring up the morality of, like, an action that a player took during the children's card game, I'm like, you do realize this is like a children's card game, right? Like, yeah, we have Punishing Fire in our deck, which is why there's Groves. I'm gonna leave back Goblin Welder just so I can like, nah, I should have attacked. He is agreeing with me, but like I'm a consistent, sensible individual who applies my thoughts on a consistent basis. I don't need someone to disagree with me to point out the fact that what they're saying is a bad way to say something. Like, I don't care if you're agreeing with me. Whether or not you're agreeing with me doesn't change the fact that I think it's obnoxious to compare what's going on in a children's card game to like a court of law. Yeah, I should have gotten in with Welder last turn. That was a mistake not to. And especially now that we have like Spellskite, so like we should be a lock here. I guess they could have like Clasm. Clasm would be a little brutal. Even Clasm, it just kills our clock. All right, sweet. We're 2-1. These are sponsors. It is too late to shill. Look at their stuff. It is great stuff. You should buy some of it. These people got some good stuff too. All of them. We got lots of banner ads. Thank you for the people that support the stream. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the people that are watching. And as always, shout out to the subs. The subs are the people that keep me employed. I'm back from the future. Did you miss me? Reckon Sky, you're one of my favorite punching bags. Get down! Get down! Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Hey, Cricket. Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. I do appreciate that. Welcome. I agree. It was a C- shill. But to be fair, though, if we graded my shilling on a curve of other people that shill on Twitch, it definitely curves to like a solid B, because most people that stream on Twitch suck at promoting their advertisers. Like, they're really, really bad at it. Thanks for this shill mixtape. I do what I can. I aim to please. Yeah, I think it seems fine. It's a little painful, but I think it's fine. Yeah, turn 1 Smuggler's Copter. This card's banned in Standard. Gotta be good, right? It was like a hoogle jingle. Yep. That is a good chilling, yep. It was a fun chill to watch. See, like, yeah, I gotta mix it up a while. Gotta... Verdant Catacomb. So this is just supposed to name Deathrite Shaman in the Dark here, right? Like, not close. Oh, I probably should have played the Ancient Tomb so I don't get dazed, huh? I'm gonna get dazed and hate myself. Just hate myself completely. Do you know who's made the most judge calls on me lifetime? Me. I've made a lot of judge calls on me. You know why? Because I make a lot of mistakes while playing Magic, because I've played a fuck ton of Magic, and it's a very complicated game. And when I make a mistake that a judge needs to fix, I call the judge and let them fix it. Hey, Casino SR, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Especially during Courser season, like when Courser of Crufix was legal, the number of like phantom Courser judge calls that happened was like way too high. Have your sword back, Jace. Someone gets a game loss for that at almost every tournament. It happens constantly. Do I continue hammering my own health total here? I think so. You can't name the fetch land. This card can't name land because it shuts off mana abilities. It's not Pithing Needle. If it was Pithing Needle, you are right. I can and should name Verdant Catacombs. But I think they also would have fetched in response if I could name their fetch land. That's why Phyrexian Revoker can name Lion's Eye Diamond against Storm and have a meaningful impact, because it actually turns off Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, Spyglass is exactly Pithing Needle for 1 more mana. Its effect. There's this bad idea that, like, if you call a judge, you're like doing something scummy or trying to get someone, or you've done something wrong, and it's like judges are there to help make sure the game is played correctly. And honestly, that animosity towards players and like towards judge interactions is one of the many things that deterred me from wanting to continue playing a lot of paper Magic. Like, have you ever read Twitch chat when a judge call comes up at a major tournament? They're fucking rancid. Like, and Twitch chat is like normally pretty rancid, but like they're downright awful when anything that comes up that could even remotely resemble rules lawyering. Just like, fuck. Just like the number of people that have like never played tournament Magic for more than a booster pack at their LGS and don't understand the rules of the game. My chat gets a little medium sometimes. We always sort them out real quick. And the reasonable people come back after we sort them out. They understand that they were over the line. I can always appreciate the people that understand that they crossed the line here. Some people come back and throw a temper tantrum. Come on, opponent. Can you make a decision? Ooh, Dark Depths. Okay. All right. Land, Painter, Servant. We kill them. That's not good enough. Let's keep on crewing on here. Yeah, judges log everything. So they can identify patterns when people are abusing things. Keeping a hand without red mana might have been ambitious, but I don't know. We had a bunch of loots here. We could die as early as 2 turns from now. Oh, Brecken Sky, you made me smile. It is absurd and makes a joke of competitive Magic that they allow people like Alex Bertoncini to continue playing the game. just to, like, you know, name the easy target. Am I dead? Do we have double Spirit Guide crop rotation? Could be dead. Can you just, like, click through and kill me faster next time, please? Please, please, please? Help. I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. I need somebody help. Help me, help me, help me. I think I leave these in because they can name Hex Mage, right? I leave these in because they can name Hex Mage. Why do I want Heretic? And play Needles. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I think I might put thrust to this. Yep. Think Splinter Twin will ever be unbanned in Modern. I think you'll have a better chance at guesstimating what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with Modern if you took darts and threw them at a board. I think trying to determine what Wizards of the Coast is going to do with Modern is a very frustrating experience. I think we're going to go Tomb, Spellskite into Mountain, Grindstone, Painter Servant, assuming we don't get Thoughtseized or Duress here. You could maybe argue that I should Grindstone on 1 because it plays around Duress. Is it wrong to sell GP tickets for cash? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know about the morality of that. Is it against the rules? Are you not supposed to sell them for cash? What do we think here? Is it Tomb Spellskite or is it just Mountain Grindstone? Tomb Spellskite's better against Abrupt Decay. Worse against Duress, better against Abrupt Decay. Tomb Painter is a possible turn 2. Yeah, I think playing to draw like one of those few things is kind of narrow. And we got Thoughtseize, so it didn't matter. I mean, definitions of right and wrong tend to vary on who you ask, especially in things like that. Oh, that's... Okay, so we're getting Pithing Needle. If I get Pithing Needled here... Oh, I can just Pyroblast it. Well, that's the nut. That's great. So they need Needle plus discard spell next turn? I guess I also need to draw a land if they draw a Needle. Oh, Mr. Painter Servant, you fixed target problem so nice. Just back it in. Just tap it in. Tap, 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 tap it in. Land. Land. Ding. Ding. Third time's the charm, Jeff. Hit me. I got you, Sky. I got you. Would you like to show me your deck? You don't want to show me your deck, opponent. But your deck is so pretty. Why won't you show it to me? Why won't you show it to me, opponent? I just wanted to appreciate how beautiful your deck is. Alright, game 3 for all the marbles here. This is for the big 3-1. See if we can get some of our fun points back tonight, or if we can just spew $24 playing Legacy. It's so expensive to play Legacy on Magic Online. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? There's no way I can keep this. With the Faithless Looting, we'd keep it, but without, I don't think we can. Everybody can check close 7 and unkeepable 6 off your bingo cards. Thank you. I don't think I can keep this either. This is the best of the hands that we've had so far. Two set the bar exceedingly low. Maybe I was supposed to board out some of my blast effects. I could see that being the case. Just because, like, they're pretty bad without a painter. At least one of them, not leaving all 5. All right. Looking for Ensnaring Bridge. Or a Blood Moon. A way to lock them out of comboing us. Or if they combo us, stopping them from doing anything. I assume we're dead here. The crop rotation. I don't always hemorrhage piles of tickets, but when we do, it's because we're playing Legacy. I don't know how I feel about this versus the white version. It really kind of goes to show that, like, just playing 1/4 of cantrip isn't quite good enough. It's not like the reason why the blue decks are so consistent at what they do is because they have 8 good cantrips in them, right? Like, the fact they get to play Ponder and Brainstorm is such a huge deal. Deck just, like, doesn't come anywhere near to the consistency of, like, what those blue decks get to have. I'm gonna go Mountain Grindstone here. I'm gonna bottom that. I've already got a lot of looting here. Yeah, plus fetches. Preordained strategy. Looter Scooter's good. Reasonable Magic the Gathering card. Am I dead? Yeah, didn't I? Would Ancient Stirrings have a place here? That's an interesting question. Maybe? Yeah, Rogue, that would be fine. We've got 15, 16, 17, 37. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's like a second cantrip we could play. Probably playing Storm, so I'm going to ditch this bridge, I think. I think I'm just ditching this other mountain. I'm going to play the Grove and pass here. Hold up the Blast for another cantrip here. Yeah, that's true, but like if you have Painter in play, you could maybe argue that you don't need it. You could play Cause Return. That's I don't know that you need. You could play Cause Return in the board. I don't think you want Cause Return in the main deck. Arid Mesa. Are they just a fair deck playing Preordain? Smells like a fair deck playing Preordain with the Arid Mesa. I guess they could be a Sneak and Show variant, using Arid Mesa as a red fetch. At any rate, I'm going to blast a cantrip here for sure. This Get While the Getting is good. Take my 1-for-1s where I can get them. Argue with me about ridiculous things for an hour. I don't know about that. Huh. I'm supposed to do this and pass. Maybe it's greedy to bin the Ancient Tomb there. I don't quite know what they're doing yet. They're doing something fair. This Punishing Fire would probably be pretty good. Rogue with the $10 donation. It's for just Skyblade, I assume. Perfect. Sounds good. The pause there is because I didn't know how much money. I'll definitely, you can definitely pay me to argue with you for an hour. I just, like, that's not something I have a rate defined for. Whatever your freelance rate is. Fair. Fair. Alright, plow me, baby. Nah, I mean, a lot of the Legacy Leagues get more than extra donated towards them anyways. And, like, the term is, like, how popular the content is. Like, it's more popular than things like Pauper and stuff like that. Although, honestly, if they don't ban Deathrite Shaman on July 2nd, I'm probably going to be accepting fewer Legacy donation deck lists. The format definitely became less enjoyable to play for me when everyone figured out that they should just all be playing Grixis Delver. Hi, waifu. How'd your friends like your cupcakes?
They like them.
That's because they were great.
You're great. That's probably a lie.
I mean, I'm like Beast Plus at the very least. Gosh, she brought me Taco Bell. You're the best.
I know.
Do I want to hold this up? I'm going to flashback at Faithless Looting. That's the nut right there. Bin double P fire. Oh, yeah. You get yourself something, too?
Yeah. Chat missed me. I need to hang out.
Alright, now I'm going to pass with Pyroblast up. At their end of turn, we'll pick back both our Punishing Fires back up.
I think that's fine.
I'm going to counter the best blue spell in Legacy here. There's my better half. Definitely my better looking half. Oh. And arm counts. Everybody can check wife appearance off your bingo cards. Did you save your town from being burned to the ground?
No.
You did what did you all die?
The rest of the party are a bunch of idiots.
They're a bunch of idiots. What if they're watching my stream? They're gonna know you called them idiots. Ooh. Ooh. Spell pierce me, baby. No, don't actually spell pierce me. Please don't. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, like, literally, they had character builds that had, like, negative intelligence modifiers. Like, literally. They were all idiots.
She has a... What is that thing called?
A wild naked chicken chalupa.
Wild naked chicken chalupa, and I have the quesarito because Taco Bell is the only thing open at 11 o'clock at night. Alright, so definitely miracles, right? This is probably a Thorn of Amethyst matchup, right? Or do I want to just max on threats?
This is spicy.
I feel like this setup might actually just be okay here, huh? I can maybe see an argument for these thorns coming in, but I kind of don't mind all of these cards. The standstills were bad. The Rest in Peace combo was good. Rest in Peace energy field. I feel like I want this just in case of like random pithing needles. Yeah, I'm just going to swap the bridge for the card. Or would I bring in Crypt just because of... I think I'd rather have Faerie Macabre than Crypt. Because this I can grab with Imperial Recruiter. I did, Justin. And so did Christy.
I was too busy stuffing my face. I know I said something.
Yeah, you did say something. You're good.
Maybe Justin was the one not paying attention.
Alright, I'm going to mute myself again here so I can finish eating my quesarito. Your audio's not broken. It's just me. It's not you, it's me. Gamble's interesting.
Is it? Tell us why it's interesting. Use your words.
I wonder if we can afford the card disadvantage from Gamble. Because remember, Faithless Looting, if you don't have a Punishing Fire, is technically card disadvantage as well. So I'm not sure if you can afford both of those, but that might be something. That might be something worth testing. I guess she thinks she's very funny. If you are a lover of sugar like I am, the caramel apple empanada from Taco Bell is also great. Christy wanted me to clarify that her cupcakes are better than this caramel apple empanada.
Because they were caramel apple cupcakes.
They were caramel apple cupcakes. You're not wrong.
They were damn good.
They were damn good. I'm not going to extend anymore here because I don't really want to play into a Terminus. predict. That's
Support.
fine. Hey, Kleptiv K, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. Good evening. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Hey, Zoe Zoll with the brand new Twitch Prime as well. Thanks for that. Thanks for keeping me employed, folks. This is going to be our last match of the evening. It's our second Legacy League. It's almost midnight here, so I got to be up in the morning not only with children, but also to stream again. Christy did the timeout herself there.
Does it tell them who timed them out?
It says in chat for the mods.
I did it, though.
Thanks for the bits, Brecken Sky. It's possible blasting that Brainstorm's a little too aggressive there, but I kind of like just like not letting them set up Terminus and stuff like that. Especially when they're 2 lands off of it. We'll double our power and play here and continue beating them down. And Giddle167 with the brand new Twitch Prime. Welcome. Thanks for sharing that Prime.
I'm like 99% sure you didn't say that right.
Yeah, that's a bingo. Space in the bingo square for a reason.
You can't just give away the bingo.
You can't just give it away. You're going to... There's a cult Discord.
There's a cult Discord? Heck yeah. I did donate, so I think...
You're entitled to join the cult.
That means I'm entitled to join. Those bits are expensive.
Those bits are expensive. They're cheaper the more you buy.
Yeah. I don't want to give you too much money, though.
You hear that, chat? She didn't want to give me too much. Are you done?
Yeah.
She didn't want to give me too much money. Is this going to be a hard cast force?
I mean, give myself too much money. All your monies are belong to me.
You're not wrong. It's going to be a hard cast Terminus here.
Yes. Just do it.
Alright. Just continue grinding them out with Punishing Fire here. Kind of surprised we didn't see a hard cast Terminus there. Like, we're definitely, like, getting into range of, like, that being a thing that's relevant. I'm going to hold this extra land in my hand for now in case we rip a Faithless Looting. Isn't this artwork beautiful?
It is, actually.
What about this artwork? Yay! Look at that, honey. I made an entire...
I don't think the other one's very pretty.
I know, that's the joke.
That's not the style I enjoy.
Niv with the $2 donation. Towards Christie's choice, I'm done with the 2s now. You have to pick a deck in the queue to put two points towards, honey. Done
with the 2s of what?
So...
I don't understand.
I really like the Faithless Looting Punishing Fire engine in general. I think it's something that should definitely be explored more in Legacy and possible non-blue shells. I still don't know that this had the consistency exactly that I was looking for. I don't know. Smuggler's Copter gives us a little bit of selection as well. I think the core of this felt okay. Someone mentioned Ancient Stirrings. That could be something potentially worth exploring. Like, we could definitely afford to, like, play some fetch lands and some tie goods in the mana base, along with, like, these Grove or the Burnwillows that already make green mana. So that might be another avenue to explore. Someone else mentioned Gamble. So, like, those are, like, the potential 1-mana cards that we could test playing out to, like, add some consistency to the archetype overall. Because, like, especially with Goblin Welder and Punishing Fire and Faithless Looting, like, Gamble's not that much of a gamble, right? Blunder Bra, thank you for the 140 bits. I appreciate that.
Can you put my 2 democracy points towards Burn?
Towards Burn? I think Burn's already going to get played, so maybe you should pick a different one.
The other Burn deck?
There are a lot of Burn decks. All right. At any rate, chat, that's going to be it for me for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., so about 9.5 hours from now. And
can we see what's in our loot chest?
No, those sell for actual dollars that give you money. It's really sad. It's really sad. All right. I'll catch all y'all in the morning. Have a good evening.